Okay, now if you can see all around me, I'm surrounded by gray and emptiness. No, it is not a depiction of what the Jets fans feel on the inside, though it is fairly similar. What this is up here is the east, then it's the north, then it's the south, then it's the west on the bottom. And I will be slowly revealing my predictions for each team. Starting with, and even though I was thinking about saving this for last, I think it's better if we just rip off the band aid. And that is the team finishing last in AFC East, the New York Jets, with 5 wins. As you can see, that 5 that is right next to them, that represents the wins that I think they will get this year. I didn't put losses because this screen gets really fucking cluttered. I'm not like, look, I ain't going to no fucking graphic design or whatever fucking like, look, I'm just throwing shit together in OBS. Like, to be honest with you, but this is my prediction for wins. Plus, there's bound to be like one random fucking tie thrown in there throughout the year, and it's like that shit. That's annoying. So here's the win total. What I think they'll get, and I went through each team. I went through their schedule. I did look at everything, count up how many wins and losses I think they'd get. Some of them, though, I might have flip flopped on. I wasn't like writing down, I was just looking through each one. So, might not be perfectly possible. I don't know. I haven't really like double, triple checked or anything like that. But Jets with 5 wins, last in the AFC East. Could I think there's a chance that they might be third and replace the other team that I have in third in their division, but yeah, I think we're gonna get 5. We're not gonna get. I don't know what we're gonna do because again, I don't think we're gonna do too well this year. I'd like to believe that Justin Fields is just not gonna be the answer. But the problem is, I think our team's good enough to win a few games, and our schedule is decent enough to win a few games to where we're not gonna get number one or number two pick overall. We might get lucky with like a seventh or like maybe a 5 if we can make top 5. That would be great. But honestly, I'm not. I think it's gonna be same old Jets like always. We I could see us, the bold prediction for us is I could see us like blowing everything up at the end. I could see us not being in a position to draft the quarterback we want, but maybe making some big trades in the off season. We'll see what Coach Glenn wants. Um, I've been vocal about my disliking of getting rid of Aaron Rodgers. It was an experiment that like we made it look like we tried, but then we just didn't. I could see the Jets being disbanded before they get to the playoffs, and sure as hell make the Super Bowl. Like I could see that happening. Cause I try to picture the Jets in the playoffs. I really don't. Um, but yeah, we're gonna see. Maybe they'll shock me. I hope the way they shock me is by going 0-17. To be honest, though. All right. Next, finishing third in the AFC East is the Patriots, and I think I just got glass in my foot. So if I could just take that out real quick. Woo. Patriots are coming in third in the AFC East. That's just gonna happen. Uh, Maybe they finish below the Jets. I hope they don't. I hope they don't. Because what my prediction for the Patriots is, they're going to understand how it feels for a while. Where there's some high, oh, Drake May, he might be the guy. He might be the guy. Oh, give him some time. Shit like that. Nah, you're going to be stuck in this purgatory of missing the playoffs, but missing like a top 10 pick. You're going to be stuck in the middle, the purgatory of never getting a good draft pick and never making the playoffs. And I can't wait for that. It is long overdue, and you're going to accept it. And you're going to get excited every season saying that, especially because you know the success of your team. You're going to get excited, and you're going to get disappointed over and over until it breaks you. Okay? I know how it goes. I don't know how the years and years of success goes, but I know how the pain goes, and you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it, and that'll be the one saving grace of the next, like, decade or so. I have the Dolphins. The Dolphins are going to win 9 games and also miss the playoffs. You haven't seen it yet, but if you are a playoff team, you will have a silver number next to you if you make the wild card, or you have a gold number, which you will see in this next panel. But the Dolphins, I just think it's, again, they're kind of in the same spot. I think the AFC East is going to be and will continue to be, let's be honest, just a Bills-dominated division. I really think so, until something big really changes. Like, it's not, how do you bet against them? I don't think you can. I hate them with burning passion, but the Bills are gonna win. Josh Allen's a good quarterback. I hate to say it, but it's true. It's true. He will never beat the Chiefs, though. Not in the postseason. Not in the postseason. I do think, moving on to the winner of the division, I think the Bills will get the first seed overall. And the way they get it, bit spoilers for later in the video, but the way that they get it is because I think they beat the Chiefs in the regular season. I don't think they beat them in the postseason yet again. Yet again. But also that's the thing too with the Dolphins. It's like there's the whole, you can never trust them, in cold climate and all that, and with the teams they face, it's not really the best thing to have. But like, that's all. I feel like that can change, and I I don't put as much into that, I suppose, is the best thing I should say. But same thing with Tua and his head injuries and all that. I don't like to be a pessimist. I see a lot of people going like, "Oh, he's gonna get injured. It's gonna be over." You know what? Even if he does have to sit out for some games, my bold prediction for the Dolphins is that Zach Wilson is going to play for a game, and Zach Wilson is going to have like a high, like, not necessarily like a career revival, but he's gonna have like a Tommy Cutlets-esque run, where like fans rally behind him for like a good game or two, or however long, if Tua does have to sit out. He will create some hype. But trust me, if Zach Wilson has to play for the Dolphins, he's gonna do well. He's gonna do well, unfortunately, and probably against us. Let's be honest, it'll probably be against us. Okay, anyways, moving on to the AFC North, we have coming in last the Cleveland Browns. I don't think it's too surprising. I don't think it's necessarily a doom year for them. I think we will probably see them figure out who their future quarterback is going to be by the end of the season. I think it's going to be a lot of experimenting, playing around, seeing what works, what doesn't, and I think they can get 5 wins or so looking at their schedule this year. I think that is more than doable for them. And so yeah, that's the Browns. Not much more to say about them. Moving on, you have the Bengals. Let's move this a little bit. The Bengals with 10 wins. And if you notice, they are making the wild card. They are getting the 7th seed. And if you notice, there's 2 more spots. Therefore, I do believe the AFC North is going to be a 3 playoff team. Now, as you can see, there are 2 teams left. I don't think the Bengals are as good as these 2 teams. You have the Steelers out there with Mike Tomlin, trying it with Aaron Rodgers this time. I mean, he was able to drag Fields and Russell Wilson to the playoffs last year. He can do it seemingly with no quarterback talent, but can he do it with Aaron Rodgers? Can he do it with an old Aaron Rodgers? A lot of people don't think so. A lot of people think Aaron Rodgers has been the problem the last like 3 or 4 seasons he has played. But as a Jets fan, I'm here to say that he is not the problem. I don't know if he is the solution, though. I don't know if he is the solution. Can he make it the Steelers an actual Super Bowl contender? Can he do that? Can he do that really? Because I think so. I think he can. And that is why I have the Steelers winning the division. I'm honestly not too confident about it. I am confident in them being better than the Bengals. I'm confident in Ravens being better than the Bengals. I could see Ravens getting 3rd seed, Steelers getting 5th seed. Either way, they're going to be going up against each other in the playoffs. Who knows how that's going to play out? Maybe that'll be answered in another video. But yeah, I think, at least for now, I have the Steelers 12 wins. Got the Ravens 11 wins, Bengals at 10, all making the playoffs. And that does it for the North. Moving on to the South, we have coming in last. Coming in last, we got the Colts. I don't think there's much going for the Colts. I just don't believe there is much to grab onto for hope. Maybe you want, if you're a Colts fan, to not do so well, get a good draft pick, maybe turn things around next year. But 2 wins, don't see a single chance of them making the playoffs. Maybe they shock me. Maybe I'm completely wrong. But finishing above them in 3rd, we got the Titans. Cam Ward starting for them, 1st season. I think he'll do okay. I think he'll do all right. Enough to get them 7 wins. I think their schedule allows for that as well. 2nd in the South, we have the Texans. And as you can see, I have them missing the playoffs. I do not think the Texans will get into the playoffs this year. They have the last 2 years. Look, there's a lot of quarterbacks that have a good first year, too. Honestly, if the Texans were in any better division, they wouldn't have made the playoffs last year. Like, this is just a really easy division, I'd say, or at least has been in the recent years. And so it's like, I think, obviously, the Jaguars, I have them first. I think the Jaguars are going to be tougher this year. Travis Hunter, I don't know how well he's going to do. I don't know if he's going to be exactly the real double-edged sword game changer that everybody's trying to paint him as. Sometimes I do have to just go with the feeling of, I watched Trevor Lawrence. I think he can be good. I think they've added enough pieces and they're putting enough faith in Trevor Lawrence that he will take the Jaguars to the postseason this year. And in fact, I think the battle could be for Rookie of the Year, Travis Hunter and Cam Ward. I think that is definitely a possibility, and that'll be something to look forward to in this division, especially when they go against each other. That's another thing, too, though. I don't think Travis Hunter is going to get Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, like all that talk. Get that out of here. That's not going to happen. I see them playing in both sides. I'd see them doing that, but I think he will get pushed more onto one or another side, whatever he's working better with. I see that happening. I do think the weakest division, though. Okay, and now Last but not least, of course, they're never least. We have the AFC West. To start things off, you have the Raiders, who I have being the weakest team out of the AFC with 1 win. I am predicting 1 win, and that is purely just because I don't want to put 0-17. It's rare. Usually, you're gonna cheese at least 1 win. Um, I think this is not going to be pretty for the Raiders. It's not going to be pretty for the Raiders, and let's just move on from that. It's better luck next year. That's what it is. Broncos, I see getting 9 wins. I see the Broncos getting 9 wins and therefore missing the playoffs. Um, Bo Nix, okay, good, okay, rookie year, made the playoffs, did all right. I'm not as high on him, but yeah, I don't think they are going to be making the playoffs this year. Who I do think is going to, and just looking at their schedule too, they got a harder schedule. It's just a rougher schedule this year. Um, I do think the Chargers are going to be making the playoffs, though, and I think they're going to get the 6th seed. The Chargers, look, you got McConkey. McConkey's my boy. McConkey's my lad, if you will. I got faith in my boy. I like Herbert too. I like Herbert too. I'm not one of those people who say, "Oh, he's a top 5 quarterback." That's fucking crazy. But I got faith in them making the playoffs this year. Do I have faith in them winning a playoff game? Probably not. But I got faith in them making it. Which means, of course, and the question is, how many wins do I think the Chiefs are going to get then? If clearly they're 2nd seed, I also think they're getting 14. But the Bills are going to beat the Chiefs. They're going to win the tiebreaker, and they will get the 1st seed. The Chiefs, I mean, they're the Chiefs. They're going to win. People talk about it being a light show this year. Oh, this gonna be the year they'll fucking really start blowing up the football field. Like I don't know if that's gonna be the case, but I again sometimes you just can't. It's the same reason why I don't understand how people could have the Steelers outside of the playoffs. It's like at some point it's just smarter to bet with the constant, and that is the Chiefs winning their division. That's the constant. They're going to win. They're not going to have single digit wins for quite some time, I don't think. Sure as hell aren't going to miss the playoffs. Anyways, to reiterate, here's who I have winning the AFC in each division. We got the Bills, Steelers, Jaguars, and Chiefs all winning, with the Ravens, Bengals, and Chargers clinching the playoff spots, or wild card spots, I should say. Only team missing right here is the Jets, but I mean, Jets 5 wins. Like, come on now, that just works. Um, you don't need to see that anyways. Nobody needs to see that. Nobody needs to see anything Jets related, if I'm gonna be honest. Um, the first week's game is probably the only game I look forward to the season. However, I will be watching all of them, and I will be live for it, as well as the Thursday night game tomorrow. Should probably have the NFC video out, the NFC version of this video out tomorrow. But yeah, I'll be live for the game. I'll be live for the Friday night game, obviously the Sunday games. But let me know what you think down below. Like the video, subscribe, or don't. I don't care. Thanks for watching if you made it this far. I'm not 5, but I am out.